Right, good afternoon, everyone, to the Trance Q&A. Warm welcome to everyone who's once again returned this week. We're going to start off with Simon Harris to do the opening prayer, followed by Spirit with their philosophy, and then allow everyone to ask their questions. So I'm just going to mute you now, Simon. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. We just take a short, quiet moment. As we say, Divine and Infinite Spirit, we give thanks that once more we are able to gather together. We're able to gather together in your light and unconditional love. As we sit here this evening, we ask for healing wherever it is needed on all beds of sickness, whether in mind or in body. We ask for Mother Nature, and we ask for the animal kingdom, so often neglected by us. And now we ask that those from the land of light may join with us this evening, to blend with us, to lift us up, to give us that inspiration that there is no death, that we go on and on. And so we ask for them, yes, to draw close. Amen.
My brother, I thank you for your lovely words. I thank you for the prayer you have just spoken. Man within life, they will speak, they will say a prayer that has no meaning, no feeling, just words. Yet we in spirit, we hear the prayers of man. We feel the vibrations. We feel the love within the tone of the voice. We act accordingly to help man within life. We send down those of the healing angel to restore many back to life once again, whether it be a man or whether it be of animal. But we do the best we can. But man must learn to accept what is given freely from the Spirit. There is so much we do for man, but man does not recognize. Man does not listen. Man does not feel. It is only at a time that a transition takes place that man, the spirit within man, is drawn into the realms of spirit, and the spirit within will speak of what was given and what man would not receive. We share love with man. We give strength to man. We bring peace to man. We bring upliftment and laughter within the heart of man. But most of all, we give them strength. Give them strength. We encourage them. And we give them hope. If only man could listen to the words they speak, feel within themselves. Once they learn to feel, once they learn to sense, then they will understand. Spirit divine does attend the prayers and make their heart their home. Now, my friends, who have come within the group, you come many times with questions that you feel you need the answers of. When you speak to Savannah, she can only speak of truth in her reply, because she can only speak of the knowledge she has received as she enters into the school of learning. You, my friends, are privileged to have a spirit that is willing to come to you, to help you, to make you understand of eternal life, so that you can gain knowledge, feel the vibrations of truth within yourself, so that when you see a loved one, see your friend, take the transition into the realms, you understand there is no death, and the knowledge you gain for yourself helps you in the time of your transition to go with ease, to go with peace. Now I know Savannah, she is waiting for you, so I will now move aside to allow her to enter, to speak to each and every one of you.
Hello, my friends. It is lovely to be here once again, able to come and speak to each and every one of you. I was very honored to hear the words that Lavinda spoke. They were words of truth that man must learn to understand what we in spirit can do, what we will do. We do not judge, we do not condemn, we do not look down on any man, woman, child. You have to realize man within life has got to learn to unite as one, to be as one, to feel they are brothers and sisters, no matter what color, creed, or belief, and work together, grow together, bring the peace and the harmony and love together. This is the way that the world once was, and the world once again can be. Now, my friends, I am waiting eagerly for your questions. Bless you.
Good evening, sister.
Hello, my brother. Lovely to hear your voice.
Thank you. May I ask your permission for others in the group to ask of their questions for you?
Oh, yes, my brother. I would be honored to hear their questions. God bless you.
Bless you. So the first person today on the list is Karen. I'm just going to unmute you, Karen. There you go.
Good evening, Sister Savannah.
Hello, my dear. Lovely to hear your voice loud and clear. What is your question, please?
Yeah, I was wondering, in life here, women, some of them can't ever bear children. Is there a particular reason for that?
My child, when you ask of the question, you say, what is the reason? Why cannot some have children where others can't? I will tell you, it is not the way of spirit or of God to say that women cannot all have children. But you have to realize that some bodies of the ladies are difficult. They have problems that stop them. It is not the way of God. It is not the way of spirit. It is the body of man and the organs that stop them. You understand?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
You are welcome, my dear. You see, I will explain to you. You have to remember that when life is concerned, there is always a reason, but you have to look at what you want to find within. Because you see, when you ask of a question, do you ask of the question for others that cannot? Or is it a case that you ask of the question because you yourself are wondering why not? You understand?
Yeah, what it was, Savannah, I was wondering myself because I have got quite a lot of people that unfortunately, sad for them, they couldn't have children. So I was more curious for me.
You know, my dear, I will say to you this. What is given to man within life, what cannot be given, is subsidized by something different, a gift that they have given to them that will help others, that will show the love that they will carry within themselves. And they will share that love in many different ways. You understand?
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome, my dear. Do you have another question?
Um, well, it's really, did I do wrong? A little while ago, I did tell somebody that I already knew she was pregnant before she told me, but I also went ahead and told her it was a little girl.
My dear child, that is not wrong to say to someone that you were sensing that they was having a child. It was not wrong of you to say you are sensing whether it be of a boy or of a girl. You was going by your feelings. You were going by your senses. And as long as the person you was giving that answer to could accept it with the love that you gave, there is nothing wrong. You understand?
Oh, God, I just thought, because it was like something that's going to be in the future and it is a girl, was I wrong in saying about that bit?
Remember, God works in mysterious ways. And when he works, he will use anyone to bring his words towards man, to say to them, this is what I see. This is what I feel. And when proof is given from the realms of spirit to man, the man shares with others. This shows that they will have found the truth within themselves and to understand what you have been given. You understand?
Yeah, thank you, Savannah.
You are welcome, my child. Never be afraid to speak up the feelings. Never be afraid to speak of the senses. As long as you feel within yourself that when you speak of what you feel is of truth, that will not bring harm to anyone when life is concerned. You understand?
Yeah, definitely.
God bless you, my child.
God bless you.
Bless you. Right, the next person on the list is Simon. I'm just going to mute you now, Simon. There you go.
Hi, Sister Savannah. It's just a question about a situation, really. A while ago, we sat in a physical circle for quite a long time, and we achieved quite a bit. We got to the point where was sort of a semi-materialization of spirit, if that's the right word. Unfortunately, we had to sort of expand the circle a little bit, and we are thinking of getting together again. Is that right? And what direction possibly should we take with it, please? It's just a little bit of guidance, if you don't mind. Thank you.
My brother, I will say to you this. You say you opened up what you call the physical circle, a circle to help others to develop, help them to grow in the understandings of the knowledge of eternal life, so that they may gain to help man within life. You say that something occurred, that it had to disperse, and now you are thinking of returning to do the same thing again. This time I will say to your brother, by all means go forward, but make sure that when you bring those within your group, they are true. They are true with the feelings of the truth of spirit to gain knowledge, so that you will be one that will be a leader to guide them into the words of wisdom with that of spirit's guidance. Man within life, they have many circles. Many come within. Many will say, I want to understand. I want to feel. I want to sense. But then when it comes to it, they find that they have an ego that comes within them, that holds them back. And they say, I understand more than you realize. They do not listen to what is given. So, my brother, I say to you, by all means, you start your circle once again, but choose wisely those that come within. You understand?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Do you have another question, my brother?
Yes, I do, thank you, because you touched on something that you mentioned a word there that I quite agree with, and that is the word of ego. Because I see so much of that, unfortunately, around me. Could you expand a little bit more about that and why that is, you know, I don't know whether others probably know this. Just expand a little bit, please, on the ego.
Let me explain to your brother. You have heard the words spoken within life, and that is a little bit of spiritual knowledge. It's a very dangerous thing. Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
It's dangerous because you see, when you have man that goes on what you call the ego, I know it all. I understand it all. I know better than you. I can do this. I can do that. But they have not learned to connect in a true way with that of the energies and of with spirit. And because of this, they go out into the world and they speak the words of falseness. But people within life, they are vulnerable. They are vulnerable because you see, they are not told the true meanings and understandings of what we in spirit are trying to do for man. And because of this, they follow like a lamb following the shepherd to the slaughterhouse. Ego is because they feel they know best. They do not. You understand?
I do. I do. Thank you very, very much for that, sister. Thank you.
You are welcome, my brother. You see, you are a true man in the understandings of faith. You are a true man that believes in the understandings that those from the spirit realms are the ones that are speaking, and those that speak from spirit to man only come to give guidance, to give strength, and to give healing, not to say to them, I am one that can see of the future. I am one that can tell you what is around the corner. I am one that can tell you how your love life can grow. You understand?
I certainly do. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person now on the list is Sarah. I'm just going to mute you, Sarah. There you go.
Thank you. Hello, sister. I would like to ask you tonight, what happens directly after your transition, please?
My dear, let me explain something to you. I am very pleased that you have asked up the question. You hear the answer given many times through man who say they connect with the spirit realms, and they say, when you leave the physical body, you go straight into the realms of spirit, and you are met with your loved ones and friends, and you gather together, and you go forward into a life of peace and harmony. But I will tell you, this is death. When man comes to the end of a journey, his inner spirit is being prepared to leave up the body. The guide that once was connected to that of the body and the spirit within helps them to come to peace of mind so that they leave the body with peace, so that they leave and go forward. But when we say they go forward, let me explain a few things to you, my dear. When the spirit leaves the body, it does not go straight away into the realms of spirit, where it is greeted with the loved ones and friends. It stays a while. It watches over those that they have left behind to see that they are being taken care of, so that the spirit knows that when they leave, they will know that their loved ones that they leave behind will be coping, that they will have family and friends that will stay and give them strength. Then when it comes to the time of going into the realms of spirit, you have to remember something very, very important, my dear. Remember, the spirit was of a body. Remember, the body was connected with man within life. You look at death and you look at man and you see they grieve, but no one understands that the spirit within that once was of a body that has left their family and friends behind, they too grieve, not in the same way, but it takes time. It takes time for them to come to terms that they are no longer of a body, they are of a spirit that has gone forward. And it is as they grow within the realms of spirit, they learn to understand they have the best of both worlds, because they are able to return to see to their loved ones, to help them and to guide them. But they are also in the realms of spirit with their loved ones and friends that have gone before. That is death. Understand this, my dear. Grief comes both sides of the borders, the border of life and the border of spirit. You understand?
I do. Thank you. Thank you.
My dear, it is a question that no one has ever asked before. And it is a question that should be asked more of, so that man within life can understand that when they take up the transition, they will too have the feelings of grief as man within life. You understand?
I do. I do.
God bless you. Do you have another question, my dear?
I do. Thank you very much for answering that one. This one is more of a personal one. A couple of weeks ago, you said that my guide's name is Hulpatia. Could you possibly tell me a little bit more about him, please? I think he showed himself to me once, but that's
My
all.
child, I gave to you the name of Opatia, and you was given that of the Egyptian. You was actually given the name to go forward to fight. You see, it is very easy, my dear, to say to you, this is your guide, this is the name. But you have to realize, once it is given, you have to get to know them. You have to draw them close towards you. You are the one that now understands whom your guide is. And you must learn to connect strongly with them. And that is why I say these words to you, my dear. Call upon them. Call upon them. They may not come straight away towards you, but they will make their presence known towards you. They may come to you in a vision. They may come to you in a dream. They may come and stand silently before you. But you are the one that must turn to your guide. You are the one that must put the effort in. Do not ask of spirit to do everything for you. You have to work for yourself. You understand?
I do understand. I wasn't asking you to do everything for me. I asked daily for him to appear, but I feel an energy around me, but I haven't actually seen him yet, if that makes sense.
My dear, please do not take the words that I have spoken with disrespect, because it is not.
No, I don't.
Speak in the manner to say to you, seek you shall find. You
Thank
have
you.
just said that you have sensed the same Surya. You have sensed that of spirit around you, and you are not sure whether it is your guide, whether it is your helper.
Yeah.
This is why, my dear, I say to you, and I say it in a sincere way to you through love. Find, search, ask. Remember the words, ask you will receive, seek you shall find. And once you see for yourself, you cannot deny what has been given. You understand?
I do. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, my dear.
Right, thank you. The next person now on the list is Kate. Just going to mute you, Kate. There you go.
Thank you. Good evening, Sister Savannah. How are you?
Hello, my dear. Lovely to hear your voice once again. That beautiful sound. It raises the vibrations, and I love to hear you speak. What is your question, my dear?
My question today is, I've been thinking on about the people who live their lives on the street, the people who are broken by addiction, the homeless, those with mental illness who cannot cope. And they live all weathers, and they live and die on the street with no hope. And they're often, many times, not found for many days. How are these folks received on the other side, and what happens to them?
My child, I will say this to you. You have spoken of those that are homeless within the street. You have spoken of those that have drugs and drink, and they are lost, and they die on the streets and are not found for days until after. Their spirit is welcomed into the realms of spirit. Let me explain something to you, my dear. Just because in life they have gone through the difficulties they have faced, does not mean to say that their guides have not been with them at all times, trying to help them, trying to guide them, trying to show you a direction. But let me say this to you. We in spirit, we cannot force man or woman to do anything. They have free will, and they decide within life the road they wish to take. And yes, there are those that you say that suffer with the illness of depression, mental illness, that we bring others towards them to try to help them. But there's a saying in your life, God helps those who help themselves. But when they take the transition, the arms of the spirit realms gather them and take them to one side. And they take them to what we call the hospital in spirit, to restore the strength within them so that they can see what they have lost within life, they will gain within spirit. You understand?
Thank you.
My dear,
Thank you.
do not feel that those who walk the road of life that feel they are not being helped. God does not fail anyone. Spirit does not fail anyone. It is man that fails spirit by not listening. You understand?
I do. I do.
What is your other question, my dear?
I don't have one just at the moment, but thank
I
you.
look
for that answer.
forward to hearing your voice later then, my child.
Yes,
It
I
is
will.
one
Boss.
that is very beautiful. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, the next person on the list is Caroline. I'm just going to mute you, Caroline. There you go.
Hello, Sister Savannah.
Hello, my child. What is your question, please?
I'd like to know if the people of Atlantis come back to this lifetime.
I will tell you. No, they will not, my dear. Those of Atlantis, I will say to you, many centuries ago, the gods walked up the earth within Atlantis. And when they walked, they tried to help man within. But man would not listen. And they turned against the gods. And the gods opened up in anger and destroyed that of the city of Atlantis. And that can never come back to man again. It will stay as it is. You understand?
I do, yeah.
My child, may I explain something to you? We in spirit know that the world is changing. We know that things are altering along the coastline. And we understand that man is safe. Atlantis will rise. Atlantis will not rise. It cannot rise because Atlantis is under the sea, most covered with the sands of time. You understand?
I do.
What is your other question, my dear?
I'd like to know if other races live amongst us, like star beings and aliens.
My child, I have heard this question many, many times. What is a star being? We in spirit do not recognize. What is an alien? An alien is that of what man says comes from a different planet. But if you listen to your words, my dear, man has not yet found life on a different planet. So how can you speak of aliens when you do not know if they exist? So, my child, no, they do not walk. This is man-made stories that will say there are aliens among. There are those that are taken over. There are those that exist within that of certain high ranks that are of aliens. They are not. They cannot, because aliens have not yet been proven to man. You understand?
I do. Yes, thank you for answering.
You are welcome, my dear. I will explain something to you, so please do not think I am being disrespectful to the question you have asked. You see, my dear, we in spirit, we see all, we hear all, we feel all. And what we have learned over the centuries, that man will exaggerate. Man will make many stories. It is like as you look towards the Bible within religion, a storyteller can tell many stories and can be very convincing in what they are saying, but they are not speaking the truth because the truth has not been shown. You understand?
Yes.
What is your other question, my dear?
That was the second question I've just asked you.
Please forgive me, my dear. I was so engrossed in what you spoke of. It is nice to hear different questions asked because it shows that your mind is working and needing to find truth. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
All right, the next person on the list is Elaine. I'm just going to mute you now, Elaine.
Thank you. Good evening, Sister Safena.
Oh, my dear. Is it you again?
As you love me, really.
I do, my dear. I do love you because you see, you are one that is true, one that is the seeker, and one that seeks always finds the truth. What is your question, my dear?
So my question is, Safena, so say for somebody like me who's developing slowly, does the guide or helpers, are they aware when they're, reaching out towards you to give you guidance? Are they aware when they've actually reached your awareness? Do they know that they've reached you at the time, or does that depend?
Child, yes, of course they do. Your guide is guiding you, bringing you forward, trying to help you. But you must understand, my dear, it's like everything within life. When you rush, you do not receive. When you take your time, you gain. And what we do in spirit, your guide is gradually giving you understanding, making you aware, opening your channels, making you sense and making you feel. They understand how you are progressing. They understand when it is time for you to progress in a deeper and stronger way. Remember, it is that of the way of the wills of spirit to say to you, slowly, slowly, and as you go forward, you will reach out in many ways to find the truth. And you are doing just that, my dear, because it is not just words. It's in your head I want to know the truth. Who do I believe? Well, I will tell you. Believe in no one other than your guide. Believe in no one other than yourself. But you must reach out to see what information can be given and shared from those within truth that connect with the spirits within spirit. You understand?
Yes, I do, Sophina. Thank you for that.
You are welcome, my dear. You are a child that is coming forward. Do not feel that your guide does not understand. They are the ones that are taking you step by step and helping you to progress. They know how you have gone and where you will go. You understand?
I do, Sophina. Thank you.
God bless you. What is your other question, my dear?
So it's more to ask, does the inner spirit receive everything, but it's whether it gets to the awareness or not? Would that be wrong or right? Or
I do not understand the question as you are putting, my dear. Can you explain a little in your manner?
of course. So the inner spirit, which is in everybody has an inner spirit. Would the inner spirit receive everything, but whether it gets to the awareness about the channels opening up?
Let me explain to you, my dear. Your guide and your inner spirit are working, combined together. You see, everything that you are gaining, your inner spirit is gaining. Everything that is being shown to you is being shown to your inner spirit. You see, you do not understand just yet, my child, but I will explain to you. Your inner spirit is your life, your journey within life. You see, when you are born into the world, before you are born, you are shown your direction. It is your inner spirit that has to face the challenges that have been placed before you to help you, to show to you the rights and the wrongs. That is why we say to man, learn to listen to your inner self, listen to your inner spirit, learn to sense, learn to feel, because once you do, my child, you will find where there are rights, you will see the truth. Where there are wrongs, you can change. You understand?
I do, Sophina. Thank you so much for that. Bless you.
You are welcome, my dear. It is always an honor to have the questions answered in the way that I do of truth. God bless you.
Thank you.
May I ask a question, please, sister?
Oh, my brother, I dare not listen to your question. Yes, you may, my brother.
My first question is the Tuesday meditations me and my sister do, are they generating any energy for spirit or for our inner spirits? Is there anything building, or is there something we're doing wrong where we can improve?
You are doing nothing wrong. You are doing nothing wrong. We have brought you close together so that the two of you can learn to go into your meditation, into your depth of your own inner spirit, to go into that of the depth of your mind, to find peace within yourself. It is already working upon you. You see, my brother, many would say, go to meditation. And then when you go into meditation, we in spirit will take control. No, we do not always take control. We watch to see how you progress, and we listen once you are come from the meditation to your words that you speak, and we understand. Yes, there are times that you will question. Yes, there are times when you will doubt. But brother, finding the time, that is important because it brings you into the energies of the spirit, the energies that can grow to make you progress in the true sense that you connect with spirit of light and love. You understand?
Yes, I do, sister. I'm going to ask a second question, if I may, but first I'm just going to look at the screen. Is anyone wanting to be reinstated to the list for more questions? If they can put the hand up now, that's Kate, Simon, Elaine. Kate, Simon, Elaine. Kate, Simon, Elaine, and Sarah was before that. Thank you, guys. So the second question I would have is, sister, so when we're in as meditation, we receive sometimes a picture from spirit, and a lot of the time people can struggle because they kind of get lost for what their perception is on it. What way do you suggest someone feels through to understand what spirit's trying to show, if that makes sense?
Brother, it is important to understand that we in spirit, whilst you are in your meditation, through your thought waves, we will send a vision towards you. This is for you to look deeper within, to feel within. It is to help you to understand. We are showing you, but we cannot say to you, this is what it is about. We want you to find it. We want you to feel it. This is all part of your progression. So you see, my brother, when we have spirit within the meditation, show a vision towards you. Hold on to one part that stands out mostly to you. And when you do this, you can then call upon your guide to help you to interpret what is being shown through the vision, because the mind can become very muddled. And when the mind becomes muddled, it loses what is being shown. You understand?
Yes, absolutely. So it's the sense of reaching more in yourself to your guide so you can receive the feelings of what it means rather than feeling no confidence, and that's why it kind of blocks you from understanding it.
Yes, my brother, you see, the most important thing that everyone, every man and woman should do when trying to connect with spirit, first of all, connect with their guide. Connect with their guide and ask them to draw closer so that they can sense their presence, so that they are aware that what is being given, whether it be through that of the thought wave of mind, whether it be that of a sense, whether it be that of a word, whether it be that of the feelings of love, you must understand your guide is the most important thing that is around you. And please forgive the word I said thing. Your guide is important. It is part of you. You understand?
Yes, sister. Thank you very much for the answers.
You are welcome.
Right, the next person on the list is Sarah. I'm just going to mute you, Sarah. There you go.
Thank you. Hello again.
Hello, sister. What is your question, my dear?
Okay, it's a two-part question. The first is, Is the spirit of a child given to it on conception, or is it given to him on birth?
It is given on birth. You
On
see,
birth.
let me explain to you, my dear.
Okay.
A child within the womb of life is only growing because the energies that are brought within it from the physical body of the womb of the woman. The afterbirth is the food, but the afterbirth carries that of the spirit that is to enter into the child itself as it is born into life. It is an understanding through man over time that when the cord is being cut, that is when the spirit within that of what you call the afterbirth shoots straight into that of the child, and it is attached within to give it the fullness of life itself. You understand?
I do, thank you.
You are welcome. What is the other part of your question?
The other part of the question is, if the child is lost in pregnancy, does it grow in the spirit world? And if so, what happens to the spirit? As you've just said, it's usually in the afterbirth. If that makes
I will
sense.
explain something to you, my dear, so that you will understand. When one is born into the world, they are given a span of time to live. And if they take the transition before that time, what God within his wisdom has done has taken the length of time of the spirit that has gone before and used it for that of rebirth within that of a child. You see, a child that is born to the earth but only lives for a short time, it's helping the spirit to fulfill its destiny. So if spirit was to say these words to you, if man was living till he was 90 but dies at 90 and a half, he has not fulfilled his destiny. So that half has to be brought back for him or her to do. You understand?
Yeah. I do, yeah.
You don't, my dear.
No, I was just trying to work it out in my own head, but thank you. Yeah, it makes sense.
My dear, let me explain something to you. It is important that the words of truth be given to you. You see, there are many that will say, why is it that a child comes into life and is taken before that time without the breath? It is the way that God has chosen, that of a child's spirit, to come and do the bidding of one that has passed before that time. Then they are taken back into the realms. They are then given greater understanding and guidance. And when the time is right, they can choose of another body to enter into and fulfill the destiny of what was. You understand?
I do. I think I do. Yes, thank you.
You are welcome, my dear. You see, you asked the question and you are doing the most important thing. You are doubting. And it's while you are doubting, you will find the truth. You will feel the energies within yourself to say right or wrong. You understand?
I do. Thank you.
You are welcome, my dear.
Right, the next person on the list is Kate. Just going to mute you, Kate. There you go.
Hello there, I'm back again.
My child, I knew that you was going to come back, but I do not know the question that you are going to ask.
The question is about people here on earth suffer with problems of the personality. And many times it's due to illness. Sometimes I think it's due to people being manipulative and cunning. But I just wondered, particularly those with mental illness, do these personality traits survive the transition process?
My child, I will explain something to you. When one is born into the world, they are born as they are born of man or of woman, and they grow as such within life. Then there are times when difficulties come upon them. Their mind becomes confused, their minds become distorted, and they find themselves having what you would call a split personality.
Yeah.
This is the ailment, an ailment that attacks the brain. It is not the spirit within that has the two personalities. The spirit within is what was born within the body. There is so much for man to learn with the understandings of the brain. We have learned so much, and we have learned in spirit how to connect with man through that of the thought wave, through that of the brain. But man is weak and does not seem to want to truly understand because they are afraid of what they may find. You understand?
Yes, yes.
My child, I love the questions that you ask. You ask questions of simplicity. You ask in a manner because it is something that makes you want to understand what each and every individual in life will go through, what they will feel. Always remember, if you do not suffer within life, how can you feel the pain that others are going through? When you feel the pain of what others are going through, you can show compassion, you can give them strength, you can give them love, but you can bring the harmony. You understand?
Yes, yes, I do.
God bless you, my child.
Right, my second question is, and it's happening now, for the last few days, I am being bombarded with flashing glimpses of light, sorry. There's dark shadows scooting about the house, things moving. Is this attention attracted to my energy, do you think?
My child, let me explain. I was listening to the words that you have just spoken, and I listened to the vibration, which automatically taught me the words that you are speaking is that you do not fear what you are seeing, what you are sensing. So this is not a dark entity that is attaching itself towards you. As man grows within life and the time comes closer to taking up the transition, as their journey comes nearer, they sense of the spirits, they see of the light of the spirits, they feel the energies. This does not say that this is your time of transition. What it says is that spirits are around you, making you aware that you are not alone. They are there to watch over you, to help you, to give to you an understanding of the sight that is yet to be revealed in its fullness to you. You understand?
That is lovely to look forward to that, actually, then. Now
My
you've
child.
explained it, I understand.
Let me explain something to you. You see, let me put these words to you. There are many within life fear death. There are many within life that do not understand that there is a life beyond life. And there are many that will say, show me a sign. Help me to find the truth so that when my transition takes place, I can look forward to the journey to come. You have been given a vision. You have been given insight. You have been made aware. So, my child, when the day comes that your transition to the realms of spirit takes its place, you will be the happiest lady that has gone forward. You understand?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Welcome, my dear. God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you
Bless
too.
Right, the next person on the list, Simon. Just going to mute you, Simon. Here you go.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you. Hi, sister, again.
No, brother.
In spiritualist circles, in the, if you like, the seven principles, one of them is compensation and retribution, which is a very harsh word, I think. However, at what stage, when we're passed into the spirit world, do we see these things? So, for instance, you know, some of the guides talk about the spirit looking into a mirror or something like that to see all the things. And at what stage do we get to that once we've taken our transition?
You know, my brother, we have heard of your seven principles that you have within life. Remember, the seven principles that you have are man written, not spirit given. So therefore, when you look at all that is, let me explain to you, my brother, in the simplest of ways. When man is ready to take the transition and the spirit is to leave up the body to go forward, many times when the many times when that of the inner spirit goes forward towards the realms of spirit, before it can enter, must first of all ask to be forgiven for the sins he made within life, for the mistakes that he could have altered, for that of the pain that he could not have given to others. Then the spirits that the pain was placed upon will come forward, and they will say to them, we ask nothing of you. All we wish for you to do is to accept that of what you have done within life and what you could have done within life. And once you can accept, then all that once was will be forgiven and forgotten. So you hear many things that are spoken through man, but it's when you come to the realms of spirit, those that did wrong to you must ask of your forgiveness, and the wrongs you have done to those in spirit, you must expect to receive that of the words that says, where is your forgiveness? Where is your compassion? You understand?
I do, yes, I do.
My brother, your words are true. You see, I will explain something to you, my brother. The vessel has only seen you through that of the service of your church. He does not see you as the being that you are. He has not ever seen you take up a service that connects with spirit. We in spirit, we know that of man that is true. And we are pleased to say, as we speak through the vessel, you are one that is open to truth. You are not afraid to speak and shame those of falseness. You are one that is sincere and dedicated. But most of all, you are of a spirit that shines to man. So, my brother, as I use the vessel to speak these words to you, thank you for all that you do for man within life in a true spiritual way. God bless you.
Thank you very, very much. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
You have another question, my brother?
I do, but it does seem after that it seems rather frivolous, and that is, it's often said to me, why do some people not come back from the spirit world? And we could meet somebody and we don't see them come back. I have my own. Well, I've worked with spirit and God, but I just like your views. I obviously know the answer, but probably some of the group think the same thing.
Let me tell you, brother.
Anyway, I sort of.
I have just heard your question. It is a very simple thing to do, my brother. What you must remember is this. There are many that have taken the transition, that have gone through the difficulties within life and say, I never want to return again. I have got, I am staying, I never wish to return. 9 times out of 10, you must understand that from the realms of spirit, there are more of the female than there is of the male that will come. Because you see, those of the female, they are of a mother, and a mother's love is strong and will not break, even though they have left their children behind. They will want to make sure that they are being taken care of within life. Then there are those of the man that will say, no, thank you. I've lived my life. I do not want to go back. I did not get on with my family within life, so why should I return? Yes, those only of love will come. Those that do not want to come is because they have not yet forgiven man within life. You understand?
Yes, I do understand. That is my understanding of it. Thank you. That's clarified that.
You are welcome, my brother. You see, what is it they say within life? 2 great minds think alike. And your mind and mine are so great, you understand?
God bless you. Thank you very much.
God bless you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Carl.
When I go to spirit, my only 2 words would be litigators.
Well, I do not understand those words, my brother, but I'm sure you will interpret them for me.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be coming back, I can tell you that.
My brother, I will tell you something. You know the vessel that we use. Because of his journey within life and the suffering that he has gone through, he has already asked of spirit and the elders, can he come back and daunt those that are left behind? No, he cannot. As much as he would love to, we will not allow that to happen.
Bless.
My brother, is there anyone else that wishes to ask?
Last person now. It's Elaine once more. I'll just unmute Elaine now, and then you can go to your closing philosophy, sister. There you go. Elaine.
Hello again, Safena.
Hello, my dear. I am not going to be cheeky this time. You
You
know,
can be
you are a
cheeky.
beautiful soul. What is your question, my dear?
Well, it's not really a sort of fixed question. It was more about the archangels, because I've been thinking about them, and I've been thinking about, you know, there's so many and they have their roles. But I was also thinking about different cultures and sort of different timelines and things, and they might have their own interpretation of the healing angel, the archangels. And I was just wondering, I'm basically thinking that there's a lot more to it than just what's written in the Bible.
My child, let me explain to you. The archangels, there are many. There are too many to count. But they all work on different levels in the realms of spirit. So when you say that there are differences in cultures, it is because the way they have learned to understand that they will work in many different ways with man, and they will come no matter what color, creed, or belief that you are, according to your level of understanding. The archangels will come towards you. We hear, however, only a few names are spoken. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. What about all those in spirit that are archangels that come and work with man within life and help them to understand of eternal life in a level much greater than what I could give towards you? You understand?
I do. Thank you for that, Safena.
My child, do not listen to the words of man. Man will put their own interpretations to what is to be. Go by your senses. Go by what you feel is right within you. Because your guide, your inner spirit, will show you the way, and it will be the way of truth. My child, you have been very fortunate, because you see, Spirit Divine attends all prayers, and they brought to you a young man with great knowledge and understanding. He speaks of truth, of that of the understandings of spirit, but he is also a man within life, and a man that will question, a man that will doubt, and a man that must find the truth for himself. You have been brought together to work together to help each other so that you can progress in a way of truth. You understand?
I do, and that's all very true. Thank you very much, Safena.
You are welcome, my dear. Now I understand that there are no more questions to be asked of me. I always look forward to the eventide when I'm allowed to come and speak towards you. It is lovely to hear such beautiful words that are spoken from each and every one of you. Many times you will hear me say to you, no matter how silly the question may be, ask it, because when you ask it, it's because to you it means something. To others it may sound silly. It is what is for you that we come to bring words. And if we can answer, we will give the answer to you. I am very honored to have such a vessel, one that is worthy to serve through, and one that I wish to say I am privileged to work through. So I must now leave you, and hand you back to the vessel. But as I do, I wish to say to you, live your life in peace. Look to the light, feel the love, and be at one with yourself. God bless you, my friends.
Yes, it is always an honor to know that once we have connected with Spirit, the truth of Spirit will always stay with us. The power of Spirit, the energy of Spirit, and the love of Spirit will never leave us. So I'm going to say to you, my friends, bless you. Thank you once again for entering into the group and coming forward and feeling the peace, the harmony, but most of all, absorbing all the healing that Spirit has brought to you. God bless you.